Hello and welcome to Phakaaathi TV. I'm your host Khaya Ndubane, and as usual, I have Tshepo Ntsoelengoe, our resident analyst. The ABSA Premiership is back in full swing this weekend, and of course, again, the big game is none other than the Soweto derby between Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates at FNB Stadium on Saturday. But before we can talk about that, Tshepo, there is also a top of the table clash between Bidvest and Supersport on Friday night. Do you want to have your views on that one first?
Sure, Bracken. Thanks for coming to the show as always. Yes, I mean we can't be not talk about Bidvest and Supersport clash. I mean it's a top of the table clash. We're both at this early stages of the league, chasing for the league title, and I think it's very important for them to collect as many points as they can. And I mean when you look at the Wits side, Wits hasn't been playing in the league so much because they've been preparing in the CAF as well, and that's where they have been doing well. I mean they qualified to the next round of the competition, which is pretty good. I mean, the way they're playing, I think we're going to give a lot of teams in Africa a good run for their money. And going to this clash against Supersport is going to be very tough because the last two results of Supersport haven't really been that convincing. But I'm sure, I mean, Supersport, we know that they are a quality side, so they can, give us a good game on the day. So I can't predict this one, but I'll just say, may the best team win.
All right, he's shying away from predicting this Bidvest versus Supersport game. Okay, now let's move on to the Soweto derby. Chiefs are coming on to this game on a high, having won midweek against Cheaper Pirates, drawing. But then, as we all know, when it comes to this derby, past results they count for nothing. But then Pirates are seeking revenge coming into this game. Will they get their revenge?
Definitely, but the thing is, with a derby, is that you can't really, call it because you will never know on the day which a certain player, individual brilliance will step up on the day. So I think it's going to be very difficult, as always, But I mean, like the first time in the Telkom knockout, Kaizer Chiefs were the favorites, and I mean, Pirates on the day they stepped up and they played to a 2-2 draw, leaving Kaizer Chiefs to win the game on penalties. And looking at, again, midweek results, Kaizer Chiefs done very well against Cheaper United on Wednesday. It was a very entertaining clash. We saw, Tumisani Zuma, playing some quality football. And we fought the likes of Kamabiliad, your Manyama, most of the key players were not used. And of course, we know that Middendorp is probably saving them for the derby. But, the fringe players really, stepped up. And I think, they kind of gave us, a hint that, Kaizer Chiefs has depth in their squad and they have players who are capable of winning a match on any given day. And when I look at Pirates, Pirates have been playing well so far. Okay, they've been playing well, and I've been saying this, for a while now. It's a pity that they can't get results and they can't score, or when they score, they concede. So it's a matter of not really, the team finding balance. I mean, Ronnie Mukone has found it very difficult to find a balance at Pirates. And again, going to a derby right now with two of his key players out red carded, in Happy Jele and Thokozisi Dube, is going to be very difficult. So the question now is who's gonna, pay Ntsiki Nyawuza, at centre back. Is it gonna be Nyawuza and Alfred Ndengane, or is it gonna be Nyawuza and we're gonna bring back Justice Chabalala? But again, we know both Justice Chabalala and Ndengane, they've been given a chance before, and they've made some sloppy mistakes at defense. That's why they have not been playing this much so far. So it's gonna be very tricky for Paris. But again, it's a derby, it's a different ball game, and let's just see who's gonna step up on the day.
And your predictions on this one?
I'll give this one a draw.
A lovely draw, according to Tshepo. Second placed, Mamelodi Sundowns away in Durban against Arrows. They have a chance to close the gap on Chiefs, but it's always tough playing against Kompella's Arrows.
Especially when they play at home, okay, Golden Arrows is one of those sides who use home crowd advantage to their level best. And the thing about Golden Arrows this season is that they have Steve Kompella at the helm, and I think Steve Kompella is one of the best coaches in the country. So Sundowns a quality team, but I know that Golden Arrows playing at home, they're gonna give them a run for your money. I mean, look at the Sundowns past results, but playing to a goalless draw with Baroka. I mean, who could have expected that? It's very tough, especially when you play teams away from home. So this one is going to be very tough. But again, I'm sure Peter Museveni knows that they have to catch up on Chiefs. They have to make sure that they collect as many points as they can so that they can catch up with Kaizer Chiefs. But again, the fact that they have drawn their previous game is going to be very tough for them, and they will be under pressure to get the maximum points against Golden Arrows. But again, when a team plays under pressure, sometimes they tend to make a lot of mistakes. But on the day, we'll just see how it will all unfold.
But we will still need your prediction for this.
I'll give this one to my Sundowns. Okay, yeah, I think they will step up on this one.
Sundowns to win away in Durban, according to Msepan. But of course, those are not only games that are taking place this weekend. Starting tonight, there is a game between Maritzburg United and Celtic at Herigwal Stadium. And on Saturday afternoon, Stellenbosch will host Highlands Park. Polokwane City will play against Baroka in the Limpopo Derby. And then AmaZulu will host Chipa United late on Saturday evening. On Sunday, besides that Sundowns and Arrows game, there's also a game between Leopards and Cape Town City. As usual, you can have your say on today's topic on our social media platforms. On Twitter, we're at Phakaaathi, on Facebook, Phakaaathi. Until next time, enjoy the beautiful game.